Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to part 13 of my Hyperion progression series. Today we have a few things that we need to get started on, and there's a lot of improvements that we have to do on our character. The first thing I wanted to talk about real quick is that I did spend a little bit of money off camera just for fun to see if I can get something useful on my Absolab weapon. And I rolled this flame. It's got a 75 attack and 10% boss damage, which is pretty decent flame, I think, for cheap. It's got a tier 5 attack flame on an Absolab and then tier 5 boss damage. And I think for now, that's probably as good as I'm going to get it. I don't think I want to overinvest in an arcane weapon, and a tier 5 flame on the attack and boss damage is probably more than enough for the time being. I also tried to roll some cubes on it. I didn't hit anything. It's got 10% magic attack, which is, I guess, something. But ideally, I would like this weapon to be at least 2-line attack, or maybe 13% and then some boss damage on top of it. Next week on the Identisk event, I do get some solid cubes I can use to reroll it, but I can also just spend some money. They're not too expensive to try to reroll, but then again, I'm also not really in a rush to buy these cubes. I do want to get this weapon to at least 16 stars before I start using it, so I'm just gonna pretty much throw any random cubes I have on it and see if we can hit anything, and so far we haven't gotten anything. After I hit this flame, I did throw some flames randomly at my belt. I did hit 4% all stat, which is more than enough for the time being, and I hit 16 in on this pendant, both of which are more than enough for the time being. Golix items don't get very good flames, so getting something is just fine. As of right now, I'm sitting at 19.2k stat, and once I get some Star Force going up on these Golix items and my weapon, it should probably push us up to about 20k stat, if I don't already hit that beforehand when my arcane symbols level up, but they did recently level up, which is why I have such little money. Yeah, these are pretty expensive. Spent a lot of money just upgrading these after spending all my money cubing my Meso gear. And speaking of Meso gear, I want to finish off my IA. I kept this inner ability for a little while, and today we have a Sunny Sunday that halves the reroll costs. I did like my item drop rate, but again, we do want Meso ideally on the top line. So I'm going to roll a little bit on my inner ability to see what we can get. I am going to miss this boss inner ability, but it is kind of what it is. It's not going to make or break any of my boss runs, so it's time to reroll this. Ideally, I would like to see either item drop or Meso obtained on the unique line, and then I'll go for the other one on the legendary line. It's just a case of whichever one I see first. I do want both item drop and Meso obtained if I can get them. Oh my god, we actually hit that kind of cheap. I hit 14% Meso obtained on the unique line. That is exactly what I was looking for. This is probably better than what I originally planned to get the Meso obtained on the top line. I kind of like the drop line on the legendary line, but I was trying to not be greedy about it. But having this Meso obtained line is super convenient. Now I can just simply roll for item drop, and hopefully it doesn't cost too much. It's not too unlikely of a line to get. If we're lucky, we might get a usable unique line on the third line as well. I keep getting this attack speed +1. It's kind of crazy how often I've seen it on this character. I think that was like the 3rd time I've seen it. And there we go, we managed to hit 90% drop rate. And I have two options. I could lock this and keep re-rolling, or I could try to re-roll for something more usable. But in all honesty, I'm not too fussed. I'm just going to lock these two because this is basically exactly what I was looking for. This Meso obtained line and this item drop line. So the last line, I'm just going to go for something usable. If I can get something like abnormal damage would be perfect. Oh, we actually hit 8% crit rate. That's maybe usable. I'm not really sure if I really need this. I'm just going to keep this for the time being. I only have 40k more honor to roll, and that's like 5 rolls, so the chances of me getting something more useful than this 8% crit rate, it might not be the case. I feel like I do have a little bit too much crit rate at the moment, but that is mostly because I have random crit rate on my items. I still have this 10% crit rate on this fake Absolab stuff, and I also have another 9% on the shield. So eventually I do need to re-roll these away. I am going to replace this staff, and this potential is definitely going to be re-rolled at some point. So I guess having 9% on the inner ability is not too bad. With this inner ability, it basically sets me up perfectly to farm like I expected in Limina, and in combination with my Meso gear, a Legion coupon, I'm planning to use these Legion wealth coupons, and also I've been planning on making these wealth acquisition potions. I've been opening up my pouches. I have 13 here remaining. I had about 200 that I opened over the last couple of days. Here's another 12 of them, and we can start our threads again. We can ask Tengu to give us our chop wood. And in terms of how many I've gotten, I think it's in one of these herb pouches. I have 118 of them. I don't know how much that builds into, to be quite honest, but I do have 118 berry seed oils. Eventually I will sit down in Ardent Mill, just craft a bunch of wealth acquisition potions. For now though, I'm just kind of opening the bags. The main reason why I don't want to craft them just yet is I actually can't one-shot in Limina. So ideally I would like to one-shot in Limina before I start farming. Alongside this inner ability event, we do get a Terrorburning character as well. I believe I just need to go to the event hall, and there should be a NPC I can talk to claim the Terrorburning. So here we have the Sunny Sunday Terrorburninator, and this is the one that we're going to be putting on our Angelic Buster. We can put this into our storage and we can transfer it over, and that's the first thing I'm going to start off with today. I'm just going to start burning my Angelic Buster. I do want to get it to level 210 because the Angelic Buster link is quite strong. It allows our burst to be a lot more consistent. It adds a lot of damage. I do have my Evan chilling at level 200 at the moment. I thought of pushing it to 210, but I don't have enough EXP coupons to go through that just yet. So for now, I'm just going to train my Angelic Buster to 200 and then I'll decide afterwards. I'll see you guys in a little bit after I finish up training my Angelic Buster. So I actually ended up training my Angelic Buster all the way to level 200. It didn't actually take too long, and I think it's mostly because of two things. They actually do give us some fake CRA equipment, so this does speed up the training quite a lot. And all up, Angelic Buster wasn't too bad to train. I think once I understood how the class kind of functioned a little bit, it got a lot easier. And because I actually held off from using the Identis Food Storehouse on any of my other characters, I did end up using it on my Angelic Buster instead. And that's what managed to get us to level 200 pretty quickly. I think all up, it took about 2 hours, I'd say, to get from 0 to 200. So overall, it's pretty fast. As I was saying before, I do want to get this character to 210, but I don't actually have enough of the experience points to get it to 210. You need about 4,500, and so I'm missing a little bit of points here. So once I get these points, I'll get this character to 210 and then finish up another level 3 link skill. Because once I get my Angelic Buster down, we'll get the level 3 link skill, and this link skill is very strong for bossing. And I believe with this, alongside some of the gains that we made on the main, we might actually be able to clear easy Lucid this episode. There's no way! Holy! I just got sub earrings. Oh my god. Wait, is it actually, or was it just... Oh my god, it's sub earrings. Oh my god, I'm so boosted. That's crazy. I actually can't believe it. After doing those dailies and doing Golics, we are now sitting at 3 sets superior. That is actually insane. I only got this belt drop last part, which was actually only a few days ago. So getting 2 back-to-back drops, one of them being the belt and the other one being an earring, is actually insane. I can't believe it. This is such an insane boost. And now we're just literally waiting for the coins. And this is a position you kind of want to be at. Like, you'd rather just wait for the coins to buy your 4th set. Once we get the 4th set superior, this character is going to get so strong. Like, the 4th set bonus is 30 ID and 30 boss damage, which is insane. It's so much value with this. And getting this belt and earring drop before that is just... That's crazy. Like, usually you don't get this lucky. I can't believe that this has happened. I suddenly feel very vindicated with my choice to keeping this item drop line on my top line for my IA. And also I've been buying actually these Legion Lux every single day. It just reset today, so it's back to 10, but yeah, I've been buying this every single day and doing Golics with it, so I'm glad that the Legion coins, even though I used a lot, paid off in the end. But yeah, wow, we actually have the earrings ready. We just need to get it usable. The belt and earrings are obviously still missing some Star Force, because ideally I want to wait for the Sunday to get some cheap Star Forcing. We didn't get the epic potential. Let's see if we're going to get one anytime soon. Looks like we have to wait for the new month to get an epic potential scroll. So I'll just keep this in the back for the time being. I won't rush to use it. We're on a roll for these drops at the moment. What I'm going to go do now is I think I actually am getting really close to being able to solo Easy Lucid. I'm just trying to think of what is an easy gain for me, and the first thing that comes to mind is actually my familiars. I have a lot of these random familiars, and I'm pretty sure I have some magic attack familiars, and I also have some IED familiars here. At the very least, I do have 3 IED familiars floating around in my inventory somewhere, and I do have this random 2% magic attack familiar. I don't know actually which ones are better than what, so I just kept everything. But we do need to get this 3rd familiar slot unlocked, and to do that we need to collect 10 badges. So I'm gonna go off. This might take a while to do, but there are some pretty easy badges. Some of them only require like a few mobs here and there in random areas. And I'm gonna go off and go grab these familiar badges so we can put in our 3rd familiar slot, and that will close out like a pretty easy gain for us. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Whenever this is done, it might take a while. I'll be honest, these fams can be kind of brutal sometimes. So it took a little bit of time, but eventually we got there. Finally got all the fams required for the remaining 5 slots. Took quite a while. Some of them made me believe that the fam cards no longer existed. I'll be honest, one of them had like a spawn rate of 3 per spawn cycle, and it was absolutely awful. And it took actually so long, I almost finished all my threads. You can see here I have like 100 pouches and then 27, and I'm just about to finish, I think, my 5th one of the day. So it took easily over 2 hours to do this. It was incredibly long. Maybe it wasn't the most productive use of time, but we need to get the 3 fam slots eventually anyway. It will be good for our bossing because we'll be able to get 3 ID fams in our fam slots, and also we'll be able to have 1 drop fam and 2 fams to train while we're in Limina. So it was something we had to do. I just didn't expect it to take as long as it did. But now that I have everything in, hopefully it should put us at 10 badges. We got 5 in and then 5 over here as well, and some of them are pretty useful. This one gives us 3% ID, which is kind of nice, and the others just give us random amounts of HP, so not a big deal, but we got the main ones out of the way. One day I might go and try to get the more efficient badges. I know some of them give like magic attack and more ID and stuff like that, but it is quite a lot of effort, and these fams can be kind of frustrating to get sometimes. So I'll leave that for another time, maybe when I have more drop rate. Anyway, let's unlock our 3rd fam slot. And now we should have 1 page that will have 3 ID fams. So this one has 2 of them. And then I just need to look for the last fam. So I think I have a fam with maybe something else on top of them, but it shouldn't matter too much. And there we go. 3 fams. And then for our first page, we can pretty much put whatever we want. I just have these 2 guys in. Doesn't really do much. This spider doesn't really do anything anymore because we have enough drop rate, so I can start putting in 2 additional fams next to my robo, so then he can help train the other 2. For the time being, because I'm not training though, I might just put in 2 ID fams, so then when I'm doing my daily bosses I can put these out, and it will just save me a little bit of time so I don't have to swap back and forth between the 2 pages. While I was doing my fams, I just realized that I'm actually pretty close to leveling up. I think once I finish today's dailies, I've only done a few of them, but once I finish them up and do Monster Park, I actually think I'll get to level 260. And with 260, we finish up our Hyperburning, and we actually get our 6th job as well. I don't think I'll be able to finish my 6th job skills in this video because it does take a while to train, and I don't really want to spend too much time in Grandis if I can help it. I know it's a little bit grief, but I'm willing to just take it slow. One thing I am excited for though is I remembered that I didn't claim the remainder of this 245 rewards. I do have 30 solid cubes that I can use, and these will be used on my weapon. My weapon is kind of blank at the moment, so let's see if we can get anything with these. Ooh, double boss damage and 10%. I really want attack, so I'm gonna have to reroll this unfortunately, even though it is double prime. This is the line that I'm sort of happy with, but ideally I would like 13% attack. I kind of want to greed for the 13% at magic attack because it will help me train. And that's probably my priority at the moment. Okay, still haven't hit anything, but that's fine. From here, I think I'll just finish up the rest of my dailies and see if I can level up to 260. If I do, then I'll go through the grandest prequest to finish off Cernium and burning Cernium. That way I can unlock some sacred symbols, and I believe at level 260 we get a bunch of them as well, so this will help us a lot with our dailies in Cernium. And it will work towards our 6 job skill as well. I think once we hit the 6 job skill, we can actually do a lot of the bosses. Right now I'm kind of weak, but with the 6 job I think easy Lucid is actually quite a lot easier. And with these 3 badges as well, these 3 fam slots is gonna be, I think, a relatively free clear. And if I can do easy Lucid, I suspect I can probably also do easy Will. So yeah, that's gonna be something that we'll have to work on. So I'll just finish up my dailies and see if we level up. Oh my god, Dom-headed. Oh my god. There's no way. Oh, it's my first one. Dom-headed. Oh my god, Dom-headed. Dom-headed. That's crazy, I can't believe it. Got a sub belt, a sub earring, and a Dom pendant in the span of a week. I can't. Oh, these Legion locks are paying themselves back finally. Only took about a month, but we got there. Oh my god, the Dom pendant. It exists. Man, now I actually have to save. There's so many things I need to upgrade now to 17. But at least having it is better than not. Oh my god. I can't believe it. And there we have it, we finally got to level 260. Our Hyperburning power leveling has been completed, and now we are in pretty much a chill state where we don't have to worry about our EXP too much anymore, because we've gotten basically all the rewards that we can get from the burning. Let's claim the last of it, which is this 260 rewards. We get a nice medal, I suppose, and these 100 symbols. So now that I'm at 260, I actually have to go do my grandest prequest to be able to use these sacred symbols, and then I also have to start my 6th job. As I mentioned before, I don't think I'll be able to finish my 6th job because you do have to train and get a lot of EXP to finish those crystals to get the 6th job, so it's going to be a slow and steady process, but I will go and do at least my grandest prequest. That way we can get the symbols, get the new areas, and unfortunately get some more dailies. So I'm going to go off and do that, and I'll see you guys at the end of that. So I'm a little bit into the prequest that I didn't finish before. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start both my 6th job and my Cernium at the same time. I don't really know how this works because this is my first time doing the 6th job. So I might just start with the 6th job first and see what happens. I believe they will give us some stones that I need to level up. So hopefully I can level up these stones while doing the Cernium prequest. So we'll see how it goes. So I just finished up the Cernium prequest. I don't know if I have to do the burning Cernium one as well. It looks like I can do it, but don't think I actually need to at the moment. I can't even kill the mobs, I'll be honest. It's like the sack force is too high. But it looks like if I do the dailies, I can already claim 20, which is fine. Yeah, I think that's fine. Like, being able to claim these 20 is more than enough. And here we have it, the first sack symbol for this character. And we get the nice little medals and whatnot as well. And here we go, we have added another daily to our character. Thankfully, I do have a lot of sack force because of the event, but I needed to finish the prequest before it worked. Let's have a look, does it actually show or is it still bugged? Okay, it looks like it's working, so that's good. I can actually go probably do the Cernium prequest if I want to, but I'm not really in a rush to get it done. Maybe I'll do it another time, but it looks like I can do these dailies to get these 20 symbols. And also we can go and claim the 100 that it gave us. So I'll quickly just put these into my Cernium symbol first, and I'll see you guys in a second. There we go, I put all 100 of them in, and we can upgrade this probably 1 or 2 times. Okay, just 1 time, and we'll get it upgraded 1 more time after it. And holy, that is expensive. I forget how expensive these are. I'm gonna go ahead and do the Cernium dailies, and then after I finish the dailies, I think I'm in a good spot to try to do Easy Lucid, so I'll see you guys in just a little bit. With the dailies done, I'm upgraded my sack symbol to level 3, so it's just a little bit more extra stat that I can use to clear Easy Lucid. And then I also wore the Superior Earring and the Dom Pendant. Both of them don't really have anything on them, but they are a gain over the current drop earrings and the green pendant that I'm using. I don't actually have that much money at the moment, so it's kind of hard to make any reasonable upgrades. Although I think I should try to at least get these to 3% int. So I want to quickly do that. I do have some spare hard cubes I could use. Maybe they'll tear up. Okay, 3% int on the Dominator and the earring. I think I have some stuff from the Identisk event. The in-depth exploration gives us a bunch of random hard cubes, and I don't really have much better things to use it on, so I might just grab these. Let's see if we can get 3% in on the earrings. Oh, even better, we got a tear up. So this one we can go for 6%. There we go, 6%. I guess with these spare ones, I might just throw them back onto the Dominator pendant and see what we can get. Ooh, we got another tear up from there too. Very nice. Now we can go for 6%. There we go, 6%. Now I think it's probably an okay idea to just even Star Force these up to 10, so I'll quickly do that. There we go, all of them are now 10 star. Just give us a little bit of extra stat for pretty cheap. And we are currently looking at 20.6k stat with all these items equipped. I need to make sure I have my link skills in as well. So I have my EXP links. I also have a page of these damage links. The main change is that I now have this terms and conditions, so I can actually use the AB link now. Now we just need to grab some buffs. I already have a sparkling red that I'm happy to use, and I have a MVP superpower I'm happy to try use as well. We can also use these Monster Park potions, and I've done Ursus here and there, so I should be able to buy a Ursus atmospheric as well. I can buy one. And on top of that, I could also use my Tengu buff, but I'm not sure if I want to try use that for Will. I don't know if I can actually clear Easy Lucid. I'm not really sure if I need the drops from Easy Lucid. I don't know what she actually drops other than, I guess, a ring box, so I'll just take one of these. And then I have to make sure that I have the right fams in, so I'll choose the page with the 3 fams. And I think that is my preparation done for the boss. Yeah, I think it's time. Let's give Easy Lucid a try. Just having a quick look at our stats again just before we go in. This is what it's looking like, and the best part about this to me is obviously the IED. Having 96 IED is really nice right now because we're kind of lacking in other departments. This is a very good spot to be in. So I'm going to pop my buffs and let's see if we have enough damage to clear. And there we go, we managed to clear Easy Lucid with all the buffs. And and all the upgrades that we've done along the way. This is such a nice milestone. We have cleared our first Arcane River boss. It was looking a bit rough in P1 because I was dying a lot, but thankfully once we got into P2 it stopped a little bit. The damage in P2 was a bit rough because Lucid moves around a lot, but that is just something we just have to deal with when it comes to Lucid. Oh man. Anyway, let's go break this box. I'm gonna swap into my little bit of amount of drop gear, and there we have it, 243 drop. I don't actually know if Easy Lucid drops anything useful. We're about to find out if she drops anything at all. Oh! A ring box! Okay, I guess she does drop something. I really didn't expect this. I don't think that these drop rates are particularly high. So that's pretty cool. We got our first ever Jade Green ring box. I think this might actually be the first time I've ever gotten one of these rings. Or at least this Green Jade one. Wow, exciting. We're gonna get our first special ring as well. Let's see what we get. No way, I got a continuous ring. I'm gonna try to pop back in my chat. If this is a continuous 3, there's no way, right? I'm scared, guys. Okay, it's a continuous 1. I was like, there's no way that there's a continuous 3. That is crazy. Special ring is already kind of nice. Wow, we actually got a continuous 1. I don't actually know if this is better or worse than using one of the event rings that I have right now, because the event rings are still pretty decent, but that is pretty nice. Wow, I almost had a heart attack. That was crazy. Like, getting a ring box is one thing. Getting a continuous ring out of that ring box is already kind of low. The chance of that being a 3, if it was a 3, I don't know what I would have said, but okay. Whew. That's pretty neat though. It's good to know that we can now clear Easy Lucid. There's a bunch of extra money we can get every week, and it's also bonus wind coins for us, so she gives us another 40 wind coins. And how much does the crystal sell for? Let's find out. 170. Wow. That's a lot of money. Okay, we're making our way there with our weeklies. We're getting pretty close to making 2 bill a week from just doing the weekly bosses. My hands are honestly still a bit shaky from opening that continuous ring. Yeah, I'm gonna go calm down a little bit. It is a new day, so I'm gonna go ahead and do Golix and all my other dailies, so I'll meet you guys back after that. Alright, I just finished up my dailies and I calmed down a little bit. That was a little bit too much excitement for me. I think now will be a good time for me to end this video. I considered also trying to do Easy Will, but I don't think that I have the damage quite yet. So I might try that another time. Easy Lucid was kind of cutting it close for a comfortable clear. Easy Will is definitely a longer boss, I feel like, so I might reconsider it for another video. Just wanted to recap what we've managed to do in this part. We did quite a lot of things. We got our third part of the superior set. We got an earring drop to match the belt drop we got on the last part. We got a Dominator pendant drop today as well, which is kind of crazy. And with those two, we managed to clear the Easy Lucid boss. And we got a bonus gift, the continuous ring. I need to do a little bit of research to see if this is actually better or not compared to the event rings. If this is actually better, this is kind of nice, then I can use it while I boss. That will give us at least 1 extra slot back, specifically because of this double meso line ring. If it's better than this, then I have something I can switch in and out of when I do my bosses. As per some of your guys' requests, here are my stats at the end of the day. The stats are a little bit inflated because I have these buffs, so I'll just click them off. We're sitting at 20k stat also. I am missing a little bit of stat compared to before because I'm not wearing these 2 pieces. So it should look like this, 20.7k, and it's only going up from here. Thank you all for watching and joining me on this Hyperion progression series. We finally cleared our first Arcane River boss, but it's not going to be the last. In the next part, I'm definitely going to try to clear Easy Will. We'll just see how it goes from there. As always, guys, take care. Thanks again for watching, and have a nice day.